Hey, everybody. This is DJ Doc here. Welcome to Straight Talk. I hope you all aren't tired of me. I know we were on last night. We had Miss Beautiful Soleil West with us. Was she amazing? She was fantastic, and she's 12. Y'all don't know how I can't get over the fact that she's a CEO, actor. She's a model, print and runway. Okay, she she's got so many things under her hat at 12 years old. Fantastic. She's an author. Okay, she was spitting gems to us last night. Just fantastic, fantastic. One of the things I wanted to go over real quick is right now at Sharp, I know that they are giving the vaccine. They're starting to give the vaccine to 65 and older, along with underlying health issues. Okay, so they are getting to everybody, and my understanding is the county has something similar as far as how they're giving out the vaccine for COVID as well. So make sure that you're doing that. But once again, I want to make sure y'all know I always will go over this. I'm always going to make sure you know it. Okay, just because you get the vaccine, just because it's there, you got to wear your masks. All right, let's beat COVID together. You got to wear your masks. And then don't forget, not only that, remember to wash your hands for 20 seconds or longer. And if you can't wash with soap and water, use hand sanitizer. Okay? We want to make sure that we're still doing that. And lastly, don't forget, remember social distancing is 6 feet or more. Continue to do those three things, even if you have the vaccine. Okay? All of that together is going to help us beat COVID. All right? I'm excited about our guest tonight. I told you last night we were going to have this young lady on, and I'm going to give you a little intro to who she is. Okay. You will see her picture here in just a second, and y'all are going to know who it is. Most of you will. My understanding is a lot of people know who this is. Okay. But if you don't, you will. Okay. So this young lady, she was born and raised in the South. Okay. Shakira Tucker is a Southern rebel. Now, we're going to have to ask her what a rebel is, okay? I need to know. Who tripped and fell in love with cooking for others. Who does that? Who just, who does that? Okay? She started and she launched this Monday, Broke Bitches Gotta Eat. I want y'all to help me welcome to the show, Miss Shakira Tucker. All right, man. Hello.
Hey, how are you? How's everyone out there in the World Wide Web? How y'all doing? Thanks so
I,
much for having me on the show tonight.
Oh, I am so happy to have you here. Remember we met online virtually for the first time at an event. And if you remember, they did a pitch. Okay, everybody, they did a pitch contest. And she was in this pitch contest. And she broke it down about broke bitches. And that had everybody that was in the room. We were on a Zoom. Everyone going crazy because the way she was doing it, it was off the chain. And it was so entertaining and catchy that it made you want to know more. And I just fell in love with the title. And then we got to talking about what she's going to be doing and everything else. And I want you to tell us a little bit about Broke Bitches Gotta Eat. Come on, talk to us.
Okay. So besides just being something that's based in absolute truth, because broke bitches do like to eat, Broke Bitches Gotta Eat is a destination place and a digital platform for women and bitches on a budget who are out there striving to sustain their families, feed themselves, and not even women, excuse me, just anyone who's out there working to take care of themselves and their family, who want to be able to feed themselves and their family, and for folks who just tired of eating the same thing all the time. I have a lot of friends and a lot of people in my life who would just have always expressed being so overwhelmed by the idea of cooking. And for me, it's just been something that I've over the years developed this love for out of nowhere. And I'm pretty good at it. And so I decided to share my love with the world. And so for me, this is really about helping folks build their kitchen knowledge, helping them build their cooking confidence. And Broke Bitches Gotta Eat is doing this through a number of ways. We provide free kitchen hacks on our website, which is now live. So if you can head over to www.brokebitchesgottaeat.com and check out our kitchen hacks. Right now, since we just launched, we only have one hack up, and it's actually a grocery list called Broke Bitch Basics. So it's just a list of basic things that all bitches need to have in the kitchen. They can take the list to the grocery store. It'll make shopping much easier. It's broken down for them, and it's free. Free tool that they can use. Another way that we really try to help folks is offering free recipes. So you can head over to the website. We have three sections. We have one for brunch, one for cocktails, and then one for dinner because bitches love full dinners, they love finger foods, and a bitch loves a good drink, especially when it's pretty, it's presented well. So we teach folks how to do all of that in their home. Right now we're on punishment. We're all, here as you spoke of COVID earlier, and we're really trying to navigate this new way of life. So broke bitches got to eat is really about engaging with our audience, so they can actually log onto the website and sign up for one of our cooking classes. So the inaugural class is actually going to be on March 13th. It's going to be via Zoom, and I'm going to show folks how to make a chicken and shrimp pineapple bowl. So it's something that we don't normally, that you don't normally eat on a Wednesday night or a Saturday night or any night, in the house. So just want to make it fun for folks. Another way that we serve the people is you can actually reach out to me to do your private events and catering. And all bitches, no matter how much they make, deserve luxury experiences. So you can reach out to me to provide you with a luxury exclusive culinary experience where I'll come to your home, I'll cook for you, and I'm washing the dishes too. So Broke Bitches Gotta Eat really is about just making the kitchen easier for folks. Cooking it really shouldn't be a chore. It should be something that's fun, something that looks good, that tastes good, and, that fills us up. And so that's what Broke Bitches Gotta Eat is about.
Now, I've been putting up what you've been talking about, you know, and I love it that you've got brunch and bitch recipes. We're looking at bitchin' cocktail recipes, and then bitchin'
Yes.
bitchin' dinner recipes. Now, I'm not a fan of that word, but
Hmm.
with the way that all of this looks, I'm gonna be a bitch. I'm gonna just put it out there. I'm gonna be a bitch because I'm gonna get all of this. Okay, I'm gonna get all of that. And like she said, I want to make sure everyone knows Saturday, March 13th, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's a live Zoom class. All right, you'll be able to ask questions in real time. It's going to be an intimate class setting and a detailed grocery list. Now they're also going to be wine pairing. Okay. Now everything that was on there, y'all think I'm not going to be a bitch? Oh yeah, I'm gonna enjoy every last bit of that. Now I
You have
know
to.
that we're going to get back
You
to
have
this.
to.
We're going to get back to this, but a question that I have, okay,
Yes.
is I want people to know a little bit about you. Now you said that you were raised in the South. Where at?
Yes. So I was born in a very small town called Dothan, Alabama. It is about 30 minutes north of the Florida state line. And I was raised in Tallahassee, Florida, which is the capital of the state of Florida. And I moved to San Diego about 7 years ago.
Okay,
So I
okay,
grew up in. Some people don't consider North Florida the South. They think when they hear Florida, especially when they've never been to Florida, when they think about Florida, they think, oh, Disney World, South Beach, Miami, Key West. I didn't grow up there. I grew up in the Panhandle, so it was country.
right. And I was stationed down in Florida, so I definitely know what you mean about the fact that it's country. I'm from New York, so my
Oh,
very first,
definitely.
yeah, my very first duty station was my last choice, which was Charleston, South Carolina. So talk about country. Good Lord, yeah. But then I did get stationed down in Florida, so I definitely do understand what you mean about that being considered country and so forth. Now,
Yeah.
here's I want you to tell me. I'm gonna put a picture up, and I want you to tell me about this picture, okay? Because to me, this is a very powerful picture. It says a lot. Where was this?
That was in 2018. It was downtown. Uh-oh, I had to decline this call. I'm so sorry. It was in 2018. It was downtown on the downtown. what building is that? I can't remember exactly where it was, but it was a photo shoot for my communications firm called Gateway Communications. We provide public relations and marketing services to small businesses and nonprofits.
Okay.
So I had that photo shoot because I was just launching my business. I was really excited about it. I just chopped off all of my hair, and I was a young girl who was ready to take the city by storm.
And now that's a very powerful one because it says I'm a businesswoman, I'm a boss lady. Okay.
Yes.
But now this is even more powerful, and I want you to speak a little bit about this because this is something that I think inspires people. What's that say there?
Oh, that says,
HBCU graduate
oh,
and
absolutely.
alumni, right? So I want you to talk about that.
Absolutely.
I want you to definitely
So,
talk about that.
yeah, I went to the number one HBCU in the country, the Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University, FAMU, located in Tallahassee, Florida. It sits on the highest of seven hills in the city. And I am actually second generation. My mother went to Florida A&M as well. She graduated from the School of Nursing in 1998. And then I graduated from the School of Journalism with a bachelor's degree in public relations in 2013. So, I am just from son, so he's gonna also be going to family. It's just gonna be a part of my legacy. Even though I grew up in Tallahassee, Florida, and I grew up in a city that was predominantly black, I spent every summer, not predominantly black, but I think about maybe what 30% black Tallahassee, Florida.
Hmm.
And then going to Dothan, Alabama every summer, like I was no stranger to my black heritage, to culture, to my roots. But going to FAMU and then just seeing that black folks are just absolutely not a monolith. You see black folks from all over the country, all over the globe, that pursuing educations from different walks of life that have so much to contribute
Right.
to the schools here learning. And so just to see black women, black men, black folks who look like me standing in front of me, teaching me theory about public relations, teaching me theory about broadcast journalism, but teaching it from the perspective of the black perspective, which is my perspective.
Right.
I couldn't possibly relate, to that anymore. It was
Right.
an amazing experience.
And I wanted to bring that up because of the simple fact what I'm looking at is it's fantastic to make sure that people understand education is important. Okay. Education is important. But also starting your own business is very important because nowadays that's the way to create residual income versus having to work
Mm-hmm.
for somebody and so forth. And so this is just a novel idea to go through and do what you're doing. You know. Now I want to bring up a few pictures talking about some of the foods. Now I was a little upset when before we started you said let you go get your drink. I thought you were going to do like me. I just got some water. Okay. But you were out over there and all of a sudden I heard a blender and I was like, "Wait a minute. She getting a drink. She getting a drink.
Yes,
So
yes.
is that one of your drinks that you made during your launch?
Absolutely. This drink is called the Pineapple Whiskey Express. Now,
Okay.
it was much prettier when I first poured it, but it's so my agave and my brown sugar is melting. I do have my little cup here. I'm gonna keep it full.
So
But
that's
this
one of the drinks that's on your recipes, correct?
correct. This book, this
Okay.
this is available in the ebook called "Bitches Going Live in the Kitchen."
That's right. I'm gonna be live in the kitchen. That's right. That's right. Okay. So tell us about this one, the Lavender Lemonade.
Yes, that's for the bitches who don't want alcohol, who are taking a break, or just want to sip on something that's, not non-alcoholic. This is lavender lemonade. This is such a basic, refreshing drink to make, and it has so very few ingredients. So it's just a lemonade, hand squeezed lemons, sachets of lavender, some ice, and a cute little glass. It was so simple to make. I let it sit in my refrigerator maybe 2 or 3 hours before I served it. And that was a really big hit at the virtual launch party when we held a live tasting.
Okay. So that's what they had to drink, but this is what they had to eat. Tell us a little bit about this.
So that's not actually what they had to eat. That is
Oh,
one of
okay.
No, no, they didn't have that. That's too big of a portion for them. That's actually a meal that I prepared for a couple. It was a private dining experience where I went to their place and cooked for them. So that is a stuffed salmon, homemade with mashed potatoes and asparagus.
See, so when you talked about the fact that you will come out to them, you're making stuff like this. It's not where you
Yes.
taking stuff, and throwing it in the microwave, and you're like, okay, here you go. You are cooking.
Yeah, I feel
Okay.
like I can't give people. To me, I love food, and food just runs through me. And through food, we gather, we commune, we fellowship, we laugh, we talk a little junk. There's so much involved around food. So for me, I put so much love into the food when I make it. So I don't want to give somebody that's something that's been processed and manufactured in a facility or that's been
Right.
sitting in a box. I'm not. I'm going to give you fresh produce. I'm going to give you fresh dry goods. I'm gonna give you the best.
Okay. Okay. Now, I want to know, when did you start cooking? How young were you, or how old were you when you started cooking?
Oh goodness. I think I've been cooking maybe since middle school. And
Okay.
it wasn't, but the love and the passion that I have for it now, it wasn't like that. Back then, I was just a little girl who liked to eat. I'm going to eat everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to nibble, and I just love food my whole life. But the passion for cooking wasn't like it is now. So I didn't
Okay.
really fall in love with cooking until I had my kid and we moved out I separated from his father. I had to cook for him by myself.
Okay.
So it was like, all right, you got to cook stuff that's going to be fun for him to eat. That's going to be good. You want to make sure you give him healthy foods. I've always been against fast food restaurants. I try
Right.
to make sure I give my kid quality food. We have one temple, one body, so I want to make sure I'm putting in the good stuff.
Right, right. And what's interesting is I've got at home 25-year-old who's, during pandemic back home with us, and a 17-year-old son, and my soon to be 16-year-old daughter in a few days. And my son, the two oldest ones, they will cook. And since the pandemic, I come home and I'm like, what happened in here? Oh, well, we tried to make this. We got it on YouTube and da 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 da. And I was like, okay. Because I remember with my 16-year-old, I guess he was maybe 7, and I was starting to let him cook. And so the first things he made was eggs. And we laugh
Yep.
now because he is in there talking about, okay, I'm going to stuff, like you said, I'm going to stuff the salmon. He was talking about stuffing some pork. And so I said, what do you mean stuffing pork? What? Okay,
Like a
where's my
pork
son?
loin.
Yeah, I was like, where's my son? Because usually it was microwave, some hot pockets, or pizza rolls. But since the pandemic, the two oldest ones have been in there cooking. Now my daughter, it's not for her. So what she does is she always says to him, "Okay, so what y'all making, or what did you make?" you know, she's not one to do all of that. But yeah, I think this is wonderful because right now, there's a lot of people who have been home, and just like you said, they're tired of eating the same thing. A lot of
Right.
people don't know what to eat. They don't really know how to look it up. You know, some people don't use YouTube or things of that nature. So I think this is going to be something fantastic for them. So when did the passion hit you that you wanted to really start doing this for people?
Probably about 2 years ago. I Every time I was like where I was working at this nonprofit and we would have like office parties and I would always bring the macaroni and cheese. And
Mm,
I would just sit back in like a proud auntie with my legs crossed while everybody just raved over the macaroni and cheese. Oh my gosh, who made it? And who made this? Who brought this? And me, me.
hmm
And side note, I have to give credit to my son's father because he's the one that really showed me how to take macaroni and cheese to a new level. So I
Okay.
appreciate him over in Tallahassee, Florida. Thank you.
Well, I have to tell you, I'm not a. I'll say it this way. I love macaroni and cheese, and my wife cooks. Now I'm gonna have to try yours, but she cooks the best macaroni and cheese. Except it annoys me because she was doing that because we're both nurses, and so when we had the potlucks, she'd make the macaroni and cheese. I take it, and the same response. Everyone loves it, but she sent me to the store one time to get cheese for the macaroni and cheese, and she
Hmm.
told me the ones to get. She said you can't find it in the dairy aisle. It's going to be in the specialty area, and I'm like, okay,
Yes.
whatever. I'm gonna get some cheese. Just from getting cheese, I go to the counter, I put it up, and I think I was on my phone when the lady said, "Oh, $107." I was like, "What? For cheese?"
Yep.
I immediately got on the phone. I was like, "Hey, she's telling me that it's $107, and it's for these 7 pieces of cheese that you gave me." And she's like, "Yeah, that's about right." I was like, "So all this time you've been making macaroni and cheese, that's what you've been spending on cheese?"
She's been
No.
making $100 pans of mac and cheese.
I'm like, no, why am I taking that to work? And people are bringing plastic forks saying this is my part of the potluck. You know, I was so hot.
That's
I was
not
like,
not an equal contribution.
no, that's not fair at all.
It's
But
not.
I'm looking forward to testing your macaroni and cheese, and no matter what, if I'm smiling, that means I like it. But I'm gonna have to always say, oh yeah, my wife's mac and cheese is the best, because
Listen, and
I,
as you
I
should.
yeah,
As you should.
I got to stay out of trouble. I got to stay out of
Yes.
trouble. Happy wife, happy life. Okay.
Yeah, and
All
she's
right.
definitely not playing about her mac and cheese recipe. I
Oh
don't think
no.
anybody
Mm-mm.
plays about her macaroni and cheese recipe.
Not
So,
at all. So, one of the things I wanted to know, when you say that you will go out to people, because I know a lot of people, I've heard a lot of people lately on Facebook say, "Hey, I want to do something different for our anniversary." When you go to them, I know you said you'll do everything and washing dishes and so forth. What can they look for when you come out to somebody like that? Just run us through what they will get.
so you want to know more specifically about the experience.
Yes.
So before I get there, I do require folks to have start with a clean kitchen. So they should be expecting, to invite me into a space that is welcoming and clean, so that I can properly and safely prepare their meal. I
Right.
come with they don't have to worry about anything the entire time I'm there. I'm making sure that their glasses are filled. Unlimited wine is inclusive in any experience that I provide when I go to the personal chef services. They can come into the kitchen, ask questions, or they can chill. I would like it to be as interactive or as hands off as they want it to be. So I really
Okay.
think it's best to craft each experience, specifically for that client. So, some people want you to be a little more engaging, and they might want you to pour up the shots and take a shot with them. And some folks might just want your hands off. But they can expect to touch absolutely nothing. I'm going to set the table, serve the food, clear the table, wash the dishes. I'll bring my own pots and pans. Some of the things that can be prepared already, but before I'll take care of that before, and then I'll
Right.
come and cook in their spaces so that they can see the process.
Okay. Okay. That sounds fantastic. So, if anyone's watching, you're like, I need to know something that I could do for an anniversary or a birthday or things of that nature.
Valentine's Day.
Yes, she just told you some things. And don't forget, yeah, that's right. Valentine's Day is coming up. Okay.
Yes, it is.
We're going to tell you how to reach Shakira in just a minute. But y'all better get on this. Okay. Y'all better
Yeah.
get on this. Now, I know the other thing you were talking about is with doing the virtual, where you're going to be showing people the cooking and everything else.
Mhm.
Right now is a perfect time for that because it's virtual. You know, they'll be able to see you and things of that nature and so forth. What can they expect when they see your show?
Oh, goodness. Shots, laughter, good ass food, a lot of expletives, a lot of anecdotes and storytelling and connections. Just a lot of, to me, interaction is so important, especially right now. I'm an interactive person, I'm an extrovert. I'm sure I didn't have to tell you that, but I like engaging with folks. And if we're going to be in a classroom setting, I want to be as engaging as possible. So they can expect it's a good time. We're going to have some fun. We're
And
going to take some shots. They're going to
just
get a
like you said,
complimentary gift.
yeah, and just like you said before, the kitchen was always the meeting area where the family gathered and things of that nature, And what I love about you is the fact that you're keeping it real. Like you said, we're going to speak our mind, we're going to say what's on our mind and everything else and have a good time. And that's what it should be
Right.
about. What it should be about.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm going to put that back up because I want to make sure that everybody knows that. Let me find it here. That is going to be Saturday, March 13th. Okay.
Yes.
Uh, oh, man.
So
Is that shrimp and chicken pineapple bowl?
yes, it is, and it's in a pineapple dish. So
Oh,
when they take the class, they'll learn how to make two of those bowls. They'll have enough to make two bowls. So it's great for date night. It's great for just if you want to stay in and chill by yourself on some self care. If you want some self care vibes,
mm-hmm.
or a girls' night where the girls can link up, or a guys' night. So it's just great for to do something different. And
Right,
even though right, in the state of California, they've let up restrictions a bit, but you can go outside and dine out. The coronavirus is still out there. A lot of folks still haven't gotten the vaccination. And
right,
so we really have to be careful about how we move. We're still in a pandemic, so I really want to encourage these virtual events where people can still have something fun to do, still have some real good ass food, and have a good time and be safe as well.
right, right. Now, I know we were talking before, and I was saying to you that I definitely want to do a segment of Broke Bitches Gotta Eat on the show. And we definitely going to move towards having that done. And as I told you, I'm going to make sure that I'm there to help with you with some of your shows and set it up so they can see exactly what you're doing and moving around and everything else.
Yeah.
We're going to have ourselves a ball. We're going to have
Yes, you
ourselves a
go.
ball. So
Yes.
I'm going to let people know how they can reach you. Okay. And, you can see right there, everybody, that we have Shakira Tucker, aka Shy. Okay. Her website, brokebitchesgottaeat.com. You
Hmm.
can go there to contact her about any of the things that she's talked about and so forth. The email info at brokebitchesgottaeat.com. Her Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, and YouTube is at Broke Bitches Gotta Eat. Now,
That's right.
the one thing that I love about this is my daughter, the 16-year old. She knows she's not supposed to curse, so she saw that I was gonna have. She says, What's this? You're gonna have broke bitches gotta eat on the show?" I said, "Yes." "Oh wow! So what is broke bitches gotta eat?" I'm like, "Okay." It's a young lady that is going to be cooking and showing. So broke bitches gotta eat is going to show you. I said, I know what we're talking about. Stop saying it. But you know what? It is infectious. I
Yes.
told you that I love that title. Um, and as I said earlier, as long as I can get my eat on, I'm going to be a bitch because I'm going to make sure that I get some of these meals and the drinks. And we're going to make sure that everybody, male or female, can take part in this fantastic business. They need to start
Absolutely.
purchasing, ordering, and making it happen. Excuse me.
Yes.
Now, one of the
Male,
things,
female, gender non-conforming, non-binary people, everybody, all you folks. This is
yeah,
for you. All of y'all can be bitches, and really get into these recipes and get cooking and enjoy food in a different way. And
right,
I was always a little bit leery in the beginning. I was a little bit leery about introducing girl bitches to the world because so many people take the word bitch and it has just this negative connotation. It's just people hear bitch and it's like, oh my gosh. But I
right.
think that in the last decade, we've seen just how the word bitch has evolved and has been taken back by bitches and as used as a word of like something that I don't like to say it's an empowering word. Yes, I feel like the word is empowering. And you got people saying that they're bad bitch, a paid bitch, bro bitch trying to eat, you know, um,
Yes,
so it's I think it's about
it
saying it and knowing
it's
that you
okay.
bitch. It's confidence.
Yes,
It,
most
it's
definitely.
not. And for those who are just biting their nails and cringing at me at the thought of broke bitches gotta eat, then it's probably not for them because the name is provocative. I'm provocative. The recipes are provocative, and it's really just about being. It's to me it's the authenticity of it all.
Correct.
And sometimes it's not for everybody, and that's okay.
You know what? They better get over that word and eat. That's all I gotta say. Get over that word and eat. Shoot. Like I said, I'm gonna be a bitch. Okay. Um, this is one of the things I also wanted to show that you've got some items. I like this. We're definitely going to get some of these because we do a lot of shots in my house for my wife and myself. We do a lot of entertaining. Bitches be sipping shot glass. We're gonna have a whole set of those. I love those. I love them. And then once again, you were talking about broke bitches got to eat the ebook and so forth. So we want to make sure everyone goes to the website. I'm going to put that up again so that you know how to get to it. Brokebitchesgottaeat.com. Y'all
Right.
remember that name. You don't have to worry about people forgetting it. You don't have to
Oh,
worry
I
about
know.
and
I
if
know. And
and if and if they do forget it, I'll have my daughter remind them.
I'm sure she would love that.
Oh my
Oh, that's
goodness,
gonna be welcome.
she would. She'd lose her mind. She would truly love it. She would love it. Okay. Well, dear, I want to thank you for coming by and spending some time with us and letting us know a little bit about broke bitches gotta eat because it's true. We all gotta eat. Okay.
Yes, we do.
And you've seen some of the food. Go to the website so you can see some of the other food that's there. You know, the big thing. Now, a question I do have because I know a lot of people are going to ask, where do you stand as far as making vegetarian food?
I stand everywhere. I can do any. I can do any and every type of food. I don't stand back. I don't stand down from the challenge. My father is actually vegan, so
Okay.
that's a little bit more strict than vegetarian, right? So
Right.
I visited him sometime last year and made a phenomenal vegan meal with a smoked, grilled portobello steak. So we can definitely do vegan and vegetarian meals. And so
Sounds
one of the books that I'll be releasing, one of my ebooks in the near future, will be just a book of vegetarian recipes.
excellent because my wife is a not pescatarian. Yeah, pescatarian. That's where she's a vegan, but she eats fish. So yeah, once that comes into play, go ahead.
So there is a few things in my book that she can actually have right now.
Excellent.
So the jerk sandwich, which
Mm-hmm.
was a 5-star killer during the live virtual tasting that we had on Monday. That one she'll love.
Okay.
It's fish and it's delicious. It's got a little bit of kick to it. It's jerk, so
Mm-hmm.
it's got some spice to it.
Well, we're not gonna worry too much. Okay, I don't see her. We're not gonna worry too much about vegetarian. I'm ready for the real food. Okay. We like I
I
said,
got you.
I don't see her. So she might see this later, but hopefully it'll be too late. But
Listen, I
I
got your
want
back, girl. Got your
to
back. I got your
I want to thank you for coming by again. Uh, I wish you so much luck, and we're definitely going to be a part of making sure that this takes off. Okay, broke bitches got to eat is going to be
That's right.
there for any and everyone that needs it, and we are going to. I'm going to do this. Let you know. I'm going to set it up so that you are one of our affiliate partners. I'm going to put you on our website. So anyone that's looking for someone like Broke Bitches Gotta Eat to cook for them or to come out and things of that nature, they can get right to your website from our website. All right.
Thank
So,
you. I'm so grateful. I
oh,
really appreciate it.
oh,
Thank you
most
so much
definitely,
for
most
supporting.
definitely. So, I want to thank you once again, and you be safe out there. Okay.
Thank you. You too. Thank you.
All right. We'll talk to you later, dear.
You as well. Have a good night. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
All right. Thank you. Bye bye. Hey everybody. You know, it's so great when I see people that have started businesses during the pandemic and some of the businesses that they have started is just superb. You know, a lot of people had to think outside the box, they had to pivot and things of that nature, and everyone can do that. You know, if you've got an idea you've been thinking about and so forth, put action. Make it happen. Don't just say, oh, I could have, or I wish I would, or whatever. Make it happen. Find your passion that you love and go to it. Okay? Find your passion you love and go to it. Everyone make sure you're wearing your masks, washing your hands, social distancing. Be safe out there. We love you. Peace.